We start with 1 hour chart. We want to see how we can look for trade. First of all, if we refer to our analysis in my last video, we mentioned we can look for sell when the price was within this move. Then we had the update, and when the price was here, we mentioned there is a possibility for price to drop, and even if anyone wants to look for sell, they can put their entry below here. But I mentioned it's not a really good trade setup to look for. That's why even if anyone get the trade, they had the opportunity to take out the trade in the break even. But we didn't call it the trade setup. The only way we can look for sell when the price was within this move. And we mentioned whoever get the trade, they should move their stop loss to break even. And right now, no one should be in the trade, okay? Because we mentioned we can expect this one turn to a deeper move, and how deep it can go. We mentioned 2470 following by 2395. Okay, this is not the target. We mentioned we want the price to drop to this zone before we look for reversal. Okay, still, we can expect if this one turn to deeper, we can expect the price to drop to this one. Now, want to see how we can look for trade and what's the possibilities we can look for. First of all, we move to daily chart. And what before I start the analysis, whatever we try to look at all the different possibility, then traders from now they can make a decision how to look for trade. I'm not giving the signals to look for, I mean the trade. That's the only thing is how we can look at the chart and how we can read it. All right. First, when we look at the chart, what we have here, we call it the flat. We're expecting to get the flat here. When we see this kind of the flat technically in relative to this, we can expect the price to retest the previous low. The best things, if the price can retest the previous low, then any reversal from there we can look for buy. That means we're looking at this one as a internal flat. Okay, that means we can expect the price drop some more, even retest the previous low. This is the first things we can see from the daily chart. All right, and if I move to lower time frame, you want to see how we can look at this. First, can we put this one as a correction in relative to this for one more drop? This is what we have been discussing. Because if the price break this low, we see the divergence. Any possibility from there we can look for. But internally, when we want to look at this, we see the internal flat. That means we can look for one move up. Either the price can retest the top drop, or this is the start of the down move. Okay. Now, if the price it give us one move up with the breakout of this, we can expect the price to retest this top. It doesn't matter how high it can go, but if we look at the Elliott wave, what we want to see the flat. What type of the flat? We need to refer to the traders. They need to refer to the Elliott wave, okay? Because we have four different of the flat we're looking for. I mean, we have it. Then we want to see what we get, and then from there we know how to manage, how to look for trade. Okay. Now we put our line here. Whatever the lines we put here is indicative, and we put another one here. What we want the breakout of this correction. Okay, and breakout of any of these lines, it doesn't give us any trade, like any. It doesn't give us a trade for a signal for the trade, just indicative. Okay, now what we're looking for, we're looking for this part. We want to see how we can look for trade. Okay, for the long and the short term. For the short term, we will be more interested to look for buy with the breakout of this. And for the long term, we can expect the price to give us one more drop before we get the next move. This is how we can look at this one as a flat. All right. No, it doesn't mean the price cannot continue from here. The only thing is if we want to look for buy, as long as the price haven't broke the top, we need to be quite careful of the next possibility. All right. Now, how we can look for trade? This is how we can look at this chart, how we can look for trade and what we're looking for. If we move to 1 hour chart, right now, we can put this one in relative to this as a running flat. How deep this one can go, we can expect the price to drop within this zone. Okay, that's mean if the price from now, either the price drop to this one or not, any reversal with a sharp move like we can look for buy. With the breakout of this top, we start to manage it. And if the price drops some more, it can give us a better opportunity to look for buy. That means right now we were looking at this one as a running flat. How deep it can go, we mentioned we had this one. All right, with the breakout of this, mostly we can expect the price to retest the previous low. But right now we don't have any trade set up. If we get any buy as a sharp move flag, this is what we're looking for, and we want to see the breakout of this. That's mean right now we need to see, we're looking for the trade setup for buy, we're looking for the reversal. The only times we won't look for the buy if this one start to reverse as a corrective move. Mostly this kind of the move can give us a confirmation for price to drop. Okay, this is how we can look at this one as a running flat. For me, if I want to look trade, if I want to look for buy, I prefer this one drop some more, at least drop to 2470 before I take the reversal. And right now, even if the price sharply continue from here, without giving us a trade setup, we are not going to look for buy, because what we want to highlight here, how to look for the trade setup. All right, rather than that, then it depends on the traders, what kind of the strategy they use. And right now we're looking at this one as a running flat. Any reverse sharp move with the flag, we will take the trade. And with the breakout of this top, we start to manage how high it can go. Later, if we get a trade, then I put the targets. All right. And right now, the only thing is we're watching for this. We want to see the reversal for buy. In this case, we just follow the chart. If I see any update, I will share. Thanks.